any country. Just like a woman, they fall for their leader based on the promise way it can give to them. Inside Sierra Leone, 2018, 51.8% of the population been fall for retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio.
I hereby certify that Bio Julius Maada, having told 1,319,406, 1,319,406 of the valid votes cast in the 31st March 2018 presidential election runoff has been duly elected President of the Republic of Sierra Leone.
This na because it promise them say it go able for take care of them belle, where them be they call bread and butter.
What is now abundantly clear is that the 10 years of APC misrule and economic mismanagement has definitely created considerable suffering for the people of this country. From Kamakwie to Pujehu, from Kono to Freetown, and everywhere, people are suffering under the weight of corruption and the mismanagement of the All People's Congress. I have seen it at first hand, from Falaba to Kedima and from Kailan to Putloko. The people want change. The people are tired of the suffering of paying for a bag of rice at 200,000 from only 60,000 in 2007. The people want democratic change to end their suffering.
But 100 days where a name change from opposition leader to the president of Sierra Leone, Mohamed Kamarimba Mansouri, they remind President Biose the people then they anxiously wait for the change where it been promised them.
The people are impatient and they want deliverables. They want to see tangible things. And I know he's a listening president, opposition, because as a president I don't know. But honestly, President Maada Bio then listens. I remember when we had a discussion, he followed through the media, he followed through events, what's going on. But maybe because he's a president now, he listens to bad advices, but he's completely failed.
But just after this reminder, the chief minister now, whereby then I be the finance minister, been tell we say that change where they been promised for bread and butter not go possible easily.
Sierra Leoneans go to bed, not go to bed hungry. I mean, it's going to be difficult. It's not an easy situation, even after my time. Even 3-4 finance ministers coming after me, no, we don't meet up the bread and butter. She's going to be with us for some time to come. Poverty has been with us for some time. Poverty is still here. Poverty will continue.
So
we determine as a government, as I be say, to reduce the poverty.
So you don't agree now say the realities and different from waiting person they see with the
Of course, I'm always conscious of that. And I never said they can't eliminate poverty. I said they reduce poverty.
All right, so misinterpretation I just note and down bread and butter will be the top campaign term. What do you mean when you say bread and butter? Because from what you don't tell me this morning that when you increase teachers' salary, give more work to people, then a bread and butter you don't put for them. But from the ordinary man, your definition of bread and butter are different. So in that you campaign, what do you mean by bread and butter? We make like you give more work to people. The citizens not think say bread and butter they not the same.
The livelihood, we man not get something for it, you not get bread and butter. No matter how amount of economists they understand. No, they are really it's pathetic. It's understandable. But when the day it happen for that man today, be able to get small tea where they eat. That is not the happiest man, the bread and butter don't they? But what we are really as a government you care about, you want people to get predictable source of livelihood. You want people to determine, your next meal should not be by chance. You don't even know when next they get me.
But it not been tapped though. This government will make we believe say the last government thief everything and they not left nothing inside the country in account. Then be same way so say the last government left the people pass serious sufferness as the inflation been really high in the country. But almost not the inflation where the last government they left the country in.
But I can tell him on TV, okay, that the Ministry of Finance and the Minister Jacob Lusafa have done extremely well. I can give you figures, and that's what I've been doing. That we met inflation at 15.7%.
We meet inflation hovering around 18, 17, 17, 18. We can, if it were not for this international economic crisis, up to 9%. Single digit inflation.
Well, and not too clear of waiting na the percentage where the inflation been there, the time where this government take over. But as you hear, them both say they bring and come down to 1 digit when at 9%. The inflation don't come out from 9% as the government been say, and now they over 24%. This means thing really tranga na the country for people. Before Julius Maada Bio take over the seat as president, he been talk about price control and point finger by the last government say then punish the people as they meet the rest 60,000 and they left on 200,000.
The people are tired of the suffering of paying for a bag of rice at 200,000 from only 60,000 in 2007. The people want democratic change to end their suffering.
But as we talk so, the rest now 500,000 for bag.
Where the salary is not increased, it still stop where it is. As from April last year up to now, we have stopped. We have no increase. Even when you are in classroom, then the child come and say, I'm hungry, your child. That will traumatize you, you will not be able to teach. You will go out, and when you come in the morning, even you as a matured person, without food, you cannot do anything. And you leave your children to go to school without food. That's all you will think about it. So you will not go into the class and teach well.
Don't ganga. The father will get chops of baby. That 9 men picking the way I get. With them beyond the winner 5. Now the rest of the it's 15 cups. Now we don't reduct time to 9 cups.
Now you come on no go. Time na ga agba mo ife hi ga no ga me lo ta gi amota mo go. Ana na ha mo be mo gwa me so ku go ga ku wo han kin ga fe no ga we.
But I think we get a mentality say government get all that in there and for Branca na host to we put on a plate giwi. Some people then another mentality we get. We get this leader we can no more. We sit on there, Chinese man, they plant the rest, then put on a ship, then clean and fine. We reach now, we say no, we are not for sale and so now so we want them. Salomon, we want them easy. And all country we don't reach that side, we say with the benefit, then the benefit today, they all don't work hard.
This is a very big challenge for the people of the country. But the Minister of Information and Communication say they will actually work on price control.
The government says it's working to stabilize prices.
Government has set up an Essential Goods and Services Committee headed by the Chief Minister, whose basic responsibility is to monitor availability and the prices of various essential commodities that constitute the food basket.
Italic say, waiting the Minister of Information and Communication say, nothing where the President no agree to. As he talk say, the country get what we call free economy. So it's not easy for the government will put price where the people have to go by.
They say price control. We live in a liberal economy. We run a liberal economy. We don't control price.
Not to just food. Another thing where the people be the complain about, now the kind way how the president they fly plenty. And this nothing where it point finger by the last government span. As he say, then they spend a lot of money per foreign travel.
There is excessive expenditure on foreign travels. There is also a lot of use of foreign exchange on contracts within the country. These are things that we have to stop.
But now, plenty people don't say, he don't travel past plenty other presidents them where he even meet na power. But the president may get this for saying.
Sierra Leoneans will talk about travel as if it is a pleasure. It is not. But it is part of the duties of the head of state. Who say you can't be the present? If you're not present there, nobody knows about you. Nobody gets to hear your story.
African leaders are notoriously known for not delivering on their promises. Maybe not just Africa, even politicians generally around the world.
Well, all of the issue here, now he give birth to waiting and call people's power in politics.
This protest not to love salute. This protest na PPP, na the people them. Na them decide. Na them say, think triangle, think the monarch. You understand? Na them say the country the way they tough and rough for them. No democracy, no freedom of speech. You understand? And when the ministers and they gonna ready, their supporters in the camera, social media, and they directly send everything to me saying, now me, they talk people and listen. They don't still believe in God and blessing. You understand? Mm-hmm. So if you don't send on me, okay, not me. I will take the responsibility because that God say for any born leader not afraid the responsibility. I not afraid the responsibility like the young president where they get where they afraid the responsibility. Everything will come, it will shift them out, it will push them out to opposition, it will push them out to president, it will push them out to so many things there. When I in your responsibility, if you ain't afraid the responsibility, when I in the the commander-in-chief. If people not the shift responsibility to get to me, I take her. Because today, I don't stand for fight for the common man. I don't stand for fight for the people of Sierra Leone. You understand? Yeah. So me, I'm not afraid of the responsibility because me a leader.
As August 10, 2022, big protests been there inside Freetown and other parts of the country.
We are done come back today for come talk about things where they happen. Now we on sweet yaps and Lord. Now we on. Whoa, we left for do them bad things them. We they feel a more and Lord. Now we on. Whoa, we had. And if we hot, you we sorry. We no mean battle, we just want for make we had go before. If we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean battle, we just want for make we had go before. Family Kushe, how you dey do? Well, I know for say, I know say things not easy. But I go still ask you again, how you dey do? We people inside we yard. But na kushebo. How they top up business? You get? You get. How much? Let we be ya. Well, now this we can say the way how they power the rule we gladdy. So vote for them if you really gladdy. The way how they power the rule top up don't go up. If you gladdy, vote for them. The way how the party rule rest don't go up. If you gladly vote for them. But normally, when things go up inside we country, they can say in na the Russia or Corona, na it make the world market itself they suffer. But waiting the government go say concerning top up, we don't really go up inside the country. For say na Russia and Ukraine war, or for say na Corona, well, whose excuse where they go give you now? Because when things come, if rest begin to crawl, it they go up. In fact, at some point, the rest in price they jump for go up. Then go run country away and say it affected by the economic crisis, the world economic crisis. We be
Fuel go up. Then say na Russia and Ukraine war. We be but when fuel the candle, then say na the government elect the people. So now, as the fuel they go up, or as the top up megabytes don't go up, we see they really can say now we been gets the cheapest credit now the whole of Africa. So because now we been get the cheapest megabytes, now we been they pay for we data we use cheap one pass other side na the country na the African continent. For say this government not gladdy, pass then go back and go fem palava for let the thing go up how we don't go up so. The way how the party will we. If you gladdy, now for vote for am back. The way how things then they go up. If you gladdy, now for vote for am back. The way how we they see we self, they go next one fiti fata without anybody they not being come to justice. If you gladdy, now for vote for am back. Well, for crown all thing up, the way how the parking talk to we here human. If you gladdy, now for vote for am back. And then me go say, if I may beg you self selling no vote for her, may I beg you back say the way how the party will we. If you gladdy, vote for him back. It left to you. Well, then we young brother there, so I don't know who side them pull the young gut or mind. Then say they na TikTok at them. Then say they get announcement for make. Now say you sure you say yes. Now say we lie waiting at the announcement. We not listen the announcement then, but 2 announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, now boss not been a group, now boss not been a group. That don't go up, that don't go up. So now they may be the way when I get violence. You call me video call and not the pick. That don't go up, that don't go up. I know the be nobody status again, no. I know the be status again, no. That don't go up. You want to send video for make a watch? I know they download no status. That don't go up, that don't go up. I know the view again, no.
That's now 1. Number 2.
Madam Yo. That's a don't go up. That's a don't go up. Madam Yo. Fear long up. Fear long up. Madam Yo. Press don't go up. Press don't go up. Madam Yo. Gary self don't go up. Gary. Your man don't go up. Your man don't go up. Now Gary don't go up.
Well, as you hear from one of the TikToker them, waiting they end up with say Gary don't go up. Well, interestingly, they say Jamba from where it 1,000, it don't go up at all. But all things they go up. For say them for nobody the country to rastaman them for let them manage the economy for we. Because it look like say from where Madabio come. Where them team up, stronger one pardon Jamba say now 1,000 if for be. That they need to move commodity at all. 50 you know they add the. So they're able to manage her very, very well. But all the other things them. But wait to when no more mother be no go agree for take advice. Because it need for consult the rastaman them. For lay they actually tell them waiting they need or waiting they put in place. We make all things go up. But that ain't thing. You know they go up. They need for consultant. Let matter be a big sense. Because that we own bank governor again, Professor Bank. That one they not look at sense. So. And we hear all the whites like Leone so. Now so it look like say in sense all the whites. It don't fade, not in order again. Instead, it's like for saying nah, just young boy business, go vacation, this and that. Like young boss no more for the enjoy we country money. Madabio, that I don't go up, that I don't go up. Madabio, rest don't go up, rest don't go up. Madabio, people and just die, people and just die. Madabio, just the fly, just the fly. Madabio, guy don't go up, guy don't go up. Well, interesting part now. Some people and the way they get ready for put status. Then they put the pictures them. They 50 pictures them or 30 almost now the status. Then you go begin to watch now. Some people you watch their status stay, you begin sleep now all. Then status then they need again no. It's not possible. Some people have not in a group. They just the couple picture when they not even know who's kind of meaning with that picture get. I like now 100 and they send all. That they not there again no. Because now you get well. They on the way they oversee. They really get for sure say they really concerned about the people inside the yard. Because una they share some group with some people inside the yard. Una go told some picture them 50, 30 una send her. But if that man go fend in 1,000 or almost 1,000 in 35, you go make and interestingly the megabyte. When you say I spend 35,000, they say that for months. In order to take on a fair usage, how you use that number so the number. So if you go take boku picture, you send on a group side out we comp in day. But yourself you don't wicked ambo. Because some man and then not sabi set their phone. I see something I just download, and I did download now so the megabytes go. So they are not safe with the overseas. I get for begin to think say we people them. Megabyte not only kuna with the overseas. I beg una sorry for the naya. Mara they say now we been get the cheapest data in Africa. So now data for go up, at least let we self compete. It's not bad at all. This is a program we had on YouTube and on Facebook. Well, interestingly, I will start with this particular song. We don't get the message whether we young brother than Guy. Let me get this song here so where they say na K Shine. Here Mr. Upgon na the drum. Yeah, so let's listen now. Now me mama and send this for me. Thank you. Let's listen this music quick.
Mr. Upgon na the
K-Shine no ira magneto maya nankoi. K-Shine they no make ya. SNPP pues alone everybody know. You kwela you no make ya. Mada be your pues alone everybody know. You no fit for drive we can be passenger. If you force for drive we go somersault. APC na back de o maso no si alion ka for van for fe to san so mera puntayo. Waya samura kama alo de sono sanda. Akera so me to go so mera puntayo. No say kwela they no make ya. SNPP pues alone everybody know. You kwela you no make ya. Mada be your pues alone everybody know. You no fit for drive we can be passenger. If you force for drive we go somersault. APC na back de o maso no si alion ka for van for fe to san so mera puntayo. Waya samura kama alo de sono sanda. Akera so me to go so mera puntayo. No sagalio. Amada be your pues alone everybody know. Say mada be your don't pues alone everybody know. K-Shine no ira mantene to my own koi. Aye oh yeah. After minute ni re. After minute no tomorrow. Mada be your back work I got no oruke o. Kiban antala na suma mapungang. Kwela they no make ya. SNPP pues alone everybody know. You kwela you no make ya. Mada be your pues alone everybody know. You no fit for drive we can be passenger. If you force for drive we.
Alright, this music now from K-Shine and Mr. Upgon. K-Shine and Mr. Upgon. So basically, we able to notice something. According to Sister Admin, because me no watch. Sister Admin don't watch quick one and don't tell we say we get 18 new members them. We don't join the family host, but they 18 members in there. They're not subscribed to this channel. So please, we ask you now we don't come na YouTube. We have 18 members them. Please una subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. Thank you very much. Gonna share the program and let me go. We can talk about the BBC. We can react to the BBC interview and the BBC report on the PR system, proportional representation, where next day power then they use for the 2023 election.
We country no dey grow. We then can have power, we country just is slow. Now so killing, they want can rule we back. No light now we country, generator just a cry. Fear just they go up if you like a road. Oh we talk them beats we like say na bad we do. Not you know for talk self now wait see mother feel. Mother be old don't I with you go before.
Well yeah, they no make ya. SNPP pues alone everybody know. You well you no make ya. Mother be your pues alone everybody know. You no fit for drive we.
Alright, you well you make your mother build and say na impress alone everybody know. Well, na me uncle will take time K-Shine and Upgon. Anyway, the program that we had on YouTube and on Facebook, where they go straight one to we subscriber based, where we will call family members them. Now, if you find out, we get a target for each 100,000 by December 2022. This December for each 100,000, right out 57,183. So please, the 18 people away, Sister Admin say, and welcome to the newest family members them. And not forget for like as well. The 18 people away, Sister Admin say, please transform the letter, the numbers them. When I make the numbers, then they change quick one, okay? Watch on this now. You see the subscriber counts where they actually change. As you press some turn on notification bell,
Thank you very much. Two don't come inside. Thank you. I appreciate you now so much. Welcome to the channel. Out of the 18, 3 don't come. So it means they left 15, according to Sister Admin 15. Okay, so now we'll go to the program Better One. With the topic and short one, just short one, we don't want to waste plenty time on this particular issue. What we could do first, we want to go first, Usai, the BBC been talk to the Chief Electoral Commissioner, when Mohammed Kenewo Kone. Let me listen, waiting if he actually say on the BBC first of all, if you not listen to her yet. Yeah, for let me hear waiting if he actually tell BBC, but this thing, people let me get a lot of concern, but this interview say in not actually in a real disappointment, but I don't know what it may actually mean. Let's listen to this BBC interview with the Chief Electoral Commissioner. We'll come back just now.
Reacted angrily to this, claiming that it will benefit the current ruling party. So what is the reason for it? I've been speaking to Chief Election Commissioner Mohammed Kenewo Kone.
Now that we have received the directives from the President as a commission, we have to engage with stakeholders, we have to engage with political parties so that we can come up with a formula that will be fair and that will be inclusive.
So why were you directed by the President to change what has worked in the last few years?
The Constitution under 38 provides for us to do boundary delimitation as an electoral body on the basis of minimum 5 years or 7 years maximum. And the conditions for the boundary delimitation has to be aligned with population. So as a result of the midterm census that was conducted and the result released this year, and given that the boundary delimitation that was done for the 2018 election expired on February this year, as a commission, we decided to review the boundaries of constituencies. So in August this year, we made proclamation indicating our intention to do boundary delimitation. We had started the process. We had formed a committee. We had planned to do community engagement, stakeholders engagement, because these are all part of the process of doing boundary delimitation. But then we had a problem August 10, which prevented us from having this meeting, and then it coincided with the voter registration. So having looked at the timeline for us to complete the boundary delimitation, to be ready to be included in the voter register, to meet the requirement of 6 months that we cannot change anything on the voter register before the election, we had advised that we cannot complete the boundary delimitation exercises, and we advised the President to consider the Section 38A, which provides that where we cannot have boundary delimitations, he can direct the Electoral Commission to conduct the election using the proportional representation, using the district block system.
So we're only looking down a few months till the elections next year in June 2023. Who does this change benefit, Mr. Kone?
I think it will benefit the population, it will benefit everybody, not necessarily even the political parties. It will benefit the Sierra Leoneans, because one thing we have learned over the years, even during the constituency-based election, the by-elections had always been followed with lots of controversy, acrimonies, and all of that. So we think the proportional representation will benefit, it will encourage inclusivity and unity of the country at the end of the day.
But the opposition has actually, they've been reacting angrily to this, saying that it will only benefit the ruling party, yet you are saying that it will benefit all Sierra Leoneans.
What I'm saying, let's look at the 2018 election. Just consider the percentage of votes acquired by the various political parties using the constituency-based first past the post. If we had done the proportional representation in 2018, you will realize that all political parties will be represented in parliament across the country, in every region. So therefore, using the proportional representation, at the end of the day, your votes you acquire as a political party will earn you a seat in parliament from wherever region, as long as you meet the requirement. The proportional threshold at the end of the day will give you a seat.
Sierra Leone's Chief Election Commissioner Mohammed Kenewo Kone. Now, it doesn't take much to get the resident presidents talking, and today they are discussing an offspring of another president, Atuiterati's son, who recently...
All right, so basically, this is not an issue where we actually come up
with the Chief Electoral Commissioner, most of Nado Yeri. Well, if you listen proper one, Yeri it tell we say after consultation, he actually advised the caretaker say this is not the best system, you know, for let we go able to get the 2023 election. Yeah, so he said this is not the best system. A lot of people let me get different concern about that particular issue there. But it not been tapped down. Umar Fofana be as well come on. And then he be the interview and then he bring in CD Yaya Tunis. Let's just watch this particular let's listen to them again. This one again are from the BBC. Let's listen before we come and analyze both of them.
Well, it all dates back to the war years in 1996, when the country was preparing to bring about democratic governance. The military junta then established an electoral commission, and the war was raging. Certain areas of the country, many parts of the country were inaccessible. So as a result, they brought about the PR system, whereby they used the whole of Sierra Leone as a single constituency, in which case the parties had to bring up the list of their candidates to go to parliament, and the percentage nationwide would go to the party by way of the number of seats they would get in parliament. That was largely because some of those areas were inaccessible. By then, the country's constitution was suspended. So when eventually the democratic election happened and the new government came into force, the subsequent years, Parliament allowed for that system as an alternative electoral system, which is why you have both the systems in the country's constitution.
Now, as you said, it started in 1996, and that's many years ago. And there'll be so many young Sierra Leoneans who would not have been alive at that time when it was introduced. But overall, how have people reacted to this announcement?
Well, exactly because the country's population is mostly young. A lot of the people here now were not aware of this PR system when it first happened in 96. And then in 2008, when they had the district block system for the first time here. So I, for example, personally, I've had so many questions being asked by people, members of the public, what is this about? What is this about? And that probably informs the reaction. The ruling party says that it is good for national cohesion. And they've been sounding very nostalgic about what happened here in 1996 and 2002. But then the opposition are saying, no, it is not. They say it's like a gimmick. And shortly after the announcement, I spoke to one of the representatives of the main opposition APC party for his reaction. His name is Sidi Yaya Tunis.
It is shocking, but not surprising. And we are of the view that the president was ill-advised. Preconditions necessary for the implementation of the district block system as stipulated in the 1991 Constitution. And as a political party, we will have to meet and we will explore all remedies available to us legally for us to challenge this and, where necessary, to stop this implementation of the PR system as announced by the Chief Electoral Commissioner.
Are you suggesting a breach of any provision of the country's laws?
Well, we are suggesting controversies in implementing the laws as stated in the Constitution of our country. And that is why we said we believe the president was ill-advised.
That was Sidi Yaya Tunis of the opposition APC party. Umaru, why has this process of the census and amending the constituencies been so problematic that it couldn't have happened before the election, as the Election Commission had said in that clip we had earlier?
Now, the ruling party, the Sierra Leone People's Party, when they were in the opposition, which was the last time the population and housing census was conducted, they alleged that the population census then was not really kosher. The figures they faulted, and then so when they came into power, they conducted a midterm census, which the statistics officer said was to correct some of the demographic problems they said they had been confronted with or they had noticed. And then the APC party, which is now the main opposition party, who were in power at the time, are now saying that the government wants to use this as a way of gerrymandering, creating more boundaries and more seats in parliament with the view for them winning. The same allegation which the SLP made against the APC when the APC were in power. So now we are not sure whether the Electoral Commission, and that question was asked of the Electoral Commissioner today, we are not sure which data is going to be used to determine the number of seats per district, whether it's going to be the midterm census figures or whether it's going to be the existing figures under the current boundaries that we have in constituency. So many things to talk about in the coming days and weeks.
Umaru Fofana in Freetown, thank you very much for that insight. Now let's turn.
All right, so you hearing now about waiting and think. But interestingly, the same way Marabio na be opposition person, na be the opposition leader, yeah, he been very much confident about how things they go. So basically, Marabio be know waiting and waiting he wants, and he know waiting he they do, and nobody not being so much concerned about them. Waiting I mean, let us go back with all of them things that already happen. So we find out say most of the opposition are not glad in. We find out, say, you know, people and citizens, them, they raise concern about them, civil society organization. Well, if na Marabio, no take this, say, it happened there in them, no, you know what's them, how inciting them may be.
I will not hesitate to call the people of this country to come out and defend peace, security, and the democracy we have fought for. I didn't fight for democracy alone. This whole nation fought for it. And I think we should rise up to make sure that democracy is maintained.
All right, that now be one where Tin Marabio be actually talk the time we're in an opposition. Well, I think this not enough because this one we will say talk better one on them, and we not be able to understand better one for call the people them all of them things in there. Remember, this similar talk when Marabio talk so now in this councillor right now where they say I see now similar talk been talk interestingly it not been talk for this August 10 business. It talk and it tell where they be the pressure the mayor and for let people they know say then are elected representatives them so then get people them where they all the command. But as we dey talk so I see then a Paremba Road the language day end now same because of that day then they run after the mayor now. Well, let me see how Marabio be deliberate. In other words, how we been told better one on this same issue where he say if in the first place he not trust the Electoral Commission and if they tell with anything they could defend them. Let me listen to him back.
Make sure that the elections are credible. If you have a credible result, the process is transparent, free, and fair.
La beg you, the sound really did down a low. La beg you for that a low. So please, not just take with time, increase the volume of your set and let me listen to them. Please.
We accept, but anything short of that is unacceptable.
So do you trust NEC to be credible enough to carry out?
Okay, let's see. Where they working do one? Let's stop and quick. Where they working do one for let you able to get them up. Yeah, just hold on. Where they were do for let get them up. Now please just hold on. Let's get them phone up. Yeah. Okay. Where's the do I will do them? So please just hold on. Quick one. Hold on like that there. Let's see how best I can before get them for you up and go. Alright, let's see how I can get them for you. Not just get them for you. Yeah. Okay. Alright, slow just go. That will go and let's see something.
Make sure that the elections are credible. If you have a credible result, the process is transparent, free, and fair, and we accept it. But anything short of that is unacceptable.
So do you trust NEC to be credible enough to carry out the upcoming election?
Well, their record tells me they cannot be fully trusted. So we are working to make sure that we are part of the processes leading to that. And we have informed them that we are going to be observing very keenly. So that is, I don't trust them after the last experience.
Okay, so but do you then anticipate a rigged election come 2018?
Once bitten, twice shy. We had a rigged election. And for the sake, it's only for the sake of my commitment to the people, peace and stability of this country that I accepted.
If you win.
I knew, and they knew that I knew that the elections were not done. But for the sake, we didn't want to throw this country off balance again. I don't want a single drop of blood for the sake of my own power.
But are you saying that this election would be different because, like you said, last election you considered defeat because of the sake of peace, but would we see that come 2018 for the sake of peace?
For the sake of peace, if we have a rig election, I will not accept it for the same sake of peace.
So
because
does it
rig
mean
elections leads to war.
So that means, so are you saying that, you know, people will go on the street or go out on the streets?
That is for you to tell. I'm not going to tell anybody to go on the street, but they have the right to protect their votes. We will resist anything that is violent. We will resist any attempt by NEC to lead a process that is not going to be clean. I will tell you for sure that we are going to remain as peaceful as we can. We are going to take part in the process. We will just not accept a real.
But going back to your earlier statement, so are you then saying that we should anticipate Sierra Leone going back to war if you do not win?
Are you anticipating that they are going to rig an election? Are you encouraging them to do that?
Based on the statements, because we are looking at a situation where political tension is right, and for the sake of peace. We would not want to see issues arising.
If they rig this election without me saying anything, this country is going to.
But what are appropriate measures to take? Because the point here is a lot of people are.
Sierra Leoneans, take notes.
Okay.
During the election, let everybody see that the process.
The EU is ready to send our country back to another war.
Accept it. That is all. That is the only prescription.
Like they did in the past.
Let's be involved in the
fellow Sierra Leoneans, take notes.
Be violent on election day. Let there be no manipulation of the commission. Let's give them the independence that they deserve. So the only prescription is a clean election.
So this is the reason why the power thugs are out there intimidating people, passing people, doing all sort of rubbish to defenseless citizens.
And you earlier said that if the elections were rigged or were not free and fair, people will go up in the streets. And that is not the Sierra Leone would love to see. Would love to see people making their points,
exactly,
their words, and not going up in the streets. So
we don't need violence.
You would love to see a peaceful outcome of the elections come 2018.
I'm not going to reiterate what you are telling me.
Okay, so this na been Julius Marabio, the time where he na be opposition leader for the 2018 general election. You know, in what them be really strong, and we not ever hear anybody don't appear on public broadcaster. On public broadcaster like radio, television, for actually make that kind of things there, so we not ever. Well, even when we not ever get that kind of things there, we get people and we just the call, for example, people get right to protest. For let you even come and say, according to the law, people get right to protest and they arrest you. Because according to them, na incitement. Na lie the lie, are the Macaulay. For let you even come and say, the way how things they go to, we're not glad with Madabio, then they must arrest you. If for let you even get ordinary citizen, for let you take megaphone and say, Madabio don't commit sin, he need for apologize or repent, then they arrest him. Kenny might not happen. For let you even come and talk, say, the last government they try out, now this thing I didn't do. Yeah, so we gladly, then they arrest you, Michael Kagbo, na bo, it not happen. For let you even stand up and say, this thing one I want for take from we, so we not gladly. Now we get them. We don't want to pull property, although na government buy them from this point to this point, we go straight. Then we kill people for that day. You know happen, McKinney? For let we even see government officials them, SLPP chair lady, then go inside and waiting. Say because of people in the talk say, then go do this, then go attack. Then go now. Go open fire for people them. Now for them about it not happen. It happen. All of them things they are. But interestingly, the day I think Monday, I will try for let we see how best we can do that one day. Let you see how best the SLPP don't put all this. Interestingly, we get one person na social media where na in like they take on the all of waiting that they do in the come up with a one, and most people know for Mamikos Adebayo, for example. Now in like the only person where me feel say they come out very strong at every point in time. But if you watch the thread, the way how SLPP don't even deal with themselves, not to APC I say SLPP to SLPP, how they don't deal with themselves. SLPP and SLPP don't even meet up the court and all. But with the cow down there tomorrow, no, not to tomorrow, Monday by the grace of God, yeah, the energy and strength day for we able for come back with the camp. Let me see how from this Marabio, how inciting it be. Yeah, for mother bill, take candle in West, take candle to the last person, let's see how they suffer and how they talek. How they even preach some things against their citizens them. You know, like sometimes in the we can say, what thing they happen? Some people say, hey, we had, una very waiting, una tribalistic, una this. I say, yeah, we had. It's never possible. But tomorrow, Monday, when they come and show you the thread, let you see, and then you go fear, waiting at power. When you don't see all things, say to Kailan, who say that woman in 1 gram boy begin because he supports independent candidates against SLPP. As we talk, that woman lost in Pekin at this warrior. Say now, they not call nobody for ask question. In fact, on the very day, the IG or the LUC tell me say they're not aware of that. Who say person lost in life, they say they're not aware of that. This is not the situation. So the reason why I bring this come to you, for let you see say, now that you get like Femi School, interestingly, I'm not going to waste any more time. Let me go quick and talk and see how it been like inside NEC, inside the Electoral Commission Salon, how it been like, where they may get a lot of people in there, will be actually they talk about this voter this I call them boundary delimitation. They talk as well about this PR system. So it will find follow we go back inside it, let you see how the opposition be tawa pa neck concerning this and how they answer to them. And how you see inside the same neck, the country, sorry you. Because they know say them people how they ask question or opposition. And you know say they get waiting and call APA. APA say then a bunch of political parties them. Once we get and corporate themselves say then a bunch of political parties them. And most of the one them were very active, where PPRC say they recognize na APA, then be there inside the all. How they be the clap and shame the opposition party them inside that only. So now we standing, let me go quick one and watch how it been like na neck. Could you come back just now?
Commissioners, thank you CEC, and thank you for the update of the voters registration exercise.
This one I see the IR2
listening to the data management director, you did say that you have retrieved all 1,580 something machines that were in the field for the registration. But then again, you did say that you have not received anything from BOM. So my question is, what exactly have you not received from BOM? The machines or the hard drive? We just need clarity on that. And if you haven't received anything from BOM, does that mean the 3,495,843 processed and unprocessed data that you have currently does not include data from BOM districts? We need to know that. I just wanted to say something also on the system. Clearly, I don't want to go into the legality because as a political party, we will have to, process it and probably come with a position as to our next steps. But just for clarity's sake, CEC, you did say 2023 we have a multi-tier electoral process. So the PR system, boundary delimitation doesn't end with just constituencies. We have councils, we have wards. So just looking at that, are you saying, this system you want us to adopt is going to cover all of that?
Okay, let me respond to that and then the operation of data will come. You recall the Constitution Order Section 33 provides the authority for the Electoral Commission to develop regulations for the conduct of elections, and including the local council elections. So if we had decided, if the directives are given to us to use the general election parliamentary, then the commission is also reviewing, and by all implications, we have to be upfront with this. We cannot have one proportional representation for general election or parliamentary election, and they have a ward election by ward. So whatever elections we are conducting, and remember also again, under the 2022 Public Elections Act, there's a clear provision which says that all elections, all public elections could be conducted under the Public Elections Act. So which means we have to come out with the same regulations in terms of the parliamentary as well as the local council.
Data not just collected from BOMF. We have received data from the first phase because after the first phase of registration, you recall we brought all external hard drives to data center and uploaded data from those districts. What we haven't received from BOMF currently relate to the hard drive for the second and 2D phase, as well as the laptops. The problem we had was that the drop that was sent to retrieve materials had a breakdown, and it subsequently left BOMF. Is now on its way to Freetown. So by the end of today, those materials will definitely be here at the warehouse. So that's the reason why BOMF were left behind. And of course, we know the challenge of bringing the materials from the most difficult foreign places in the land. Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
All right, then basically the answer to question them where CDI Tunis be asked why BOMF will not get any results from BOMF, especially for the second phase of the registration. Well, according to them, the material and they on the way they come inside return, and it happened because the material them the mutuka they use be moved on, so they're not be they're not being forget anything in there at all. Okay, so this one now one in short. Women say, and I even wonder why the opposition not be aware of this until now. Because if anything will happen with any of the material, then the opposition for be very vigilant. On that very day, none of them even wait for PPLC meeting, political party liaison committee meeting. None of them wait for that one day. On the very time where this material for come, where other one they don't come, this not come, and results they don't come or foul place pass outside this not kind, they need for this concern and say why. They need for don't get answer to that particular question they, or that particular thing they will cause that day. Because for example, if Mutuka don't begin broke down right now, imagine how Mutuka will begin for broke down inside the election when it comes to results. Remember, they get for move with results from one village to the other to the headquarter town or to the district to the how you call them, the regional returning officer. All of that and they you get forget them. So if you not able for monitor your registration results, you not even know what thing happen. It's like communication gap day. NEC no they ask, no they explain and or political party them no they ask questions. So then just sit down and say, oh no, ECSL say 20% of the results are not inside, low weights and the inside. Why una not find out? Why then things are not inside it? Why they not inside? Who side the things then they wait to happen? And in some cases them una even need for see example. I mean, if they tell una say na this na the thing, they need for show una for show say yes, na the reason this, not for just tell una. As far as me concerned, this just don't explain it. They're waiting anything for explaining it. Whether na book down or not book down, nobody know. Nobody know. So if then sit down per registration, then the breakdown they happen, they don't know, nobody know. Then how did you select for the election? Results go left na road or results go left na the internet. They say the result it be the cow, but it's stuck on the internet now at all. But anyway, after where the internet less, then it will come inside. The need for the follow up step by step, waiting they happen. Now the opposition need for the explain to we. Say, oh, this thing don't happen, no, we don't ask. Something in the not even need for. Ebo, we notice say 20% of the result not inside to, but we wait for the neck explain so we know. Una call neck. What happen with this 20%? Who side this problem day? Who side this 20% we forget am from? Explain we, show we evidence. But now wait say PPLC meeting. I don't know to go ask. We find out say burnt of all. Burnt not kind science. What happen? Then they tell that abo na no ibo na mutuka na break down. But sometimes they una really need for the step up on our game. Remember say what una dey do so not for una self no more. We know say some of una do am for una own interest, but una put the people in first. Think of how the people they go, how the people they want for really get something better for themselves. Anyway, as we don't hear from CD and we don't hear from NEC, let me go now and listen to Femi Claude School as himself they come up and ask a question now the PPLC. Let me listen to him.
I now understand the reason why we have armed guards outside our door. I was surprised they were not even going to allow us entry because I see you were actually expecting level 3. Now, in the case of the registration, I want to start there.
Level 1 now. In fact, you are not in any level.
And the saying goes, liquid finds the level. So as we proceed, the level going to take itself. Firstly, with the number of people that were rejected, I am sort of peeved about the explanation we just received that they were told to go back and get documentation after they had clearly said they don't have. And I was witness to them being interviewed in such a manner. You not get this, no. You not get that, no. Give them a rejection slip. They refused. And in the center where I was, where you actually called armed people to come and I don't know if it was to arrest me or what, that were there. Yes. Well, this must have come from this office. A whole truckload of police from Mr. School alone could have come from a directive. But in that center, 70 people on my insistence were given rejection slips. I'm speaking to the point here now. Were given rejection slips. And on those rejection slips, the boxes that were checked were cannot be convinced you are a Sierra Leonean. And there I sat and no registrant was interviewed to assess their Sierra Leoneanness. So as you move forward to verification, I am very concerned that when those people present those rejection slips, and he's saying here quite simply, quite convincingly that you can come with a chief or you can come with an imam. Imams and chiefs were rejected. They were not allowed to verify people. In my presence, and sir, I have a lot of video if you need to. A lot were rejected. So let us leave that. I said liquids will find their level. Secondly, I want to go to your pronouncement of the district block system. Now, as much as I acknowledge I am no lawyer, but having a little familiarization with the Constitution, and your statement you said, in consultation with you. That means when you meet with the president, he's soliciting your counsel, your advice as to which way is the best way for Sierra Leone to go. And with my limited legal knowledge, does the Constitution not supersede any other document? And does it not say that the expiration of constituencies happens 7 years after the last boundaries were done? I'm asking. And then constituencies become invalid. It's a question. And thirdly, Does it not say if the conditionalities are met in order for us to then go to PR? And as you give the president's counsel, and you look at the time frame involved, are you giving the president the best possible advice in that the public that own the election have to be educated on a whole new way of voting? Do you think that at this time, when the clock is ticking to elections, that a district block system is the best for Sierra Leone? It is a question. I will wait patiently.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Please let me address this. I don't know if more questions, but I trust my team. They will respond to all of the issues that will come because I have another meeting. I have to go to attend. Madam, you might want to know, out of the data we have processed, we have over 4,000 people that will issue out the rejection form. Over 4,000 across the country. Of course, Western here has the largest. So we are going to process that, and as we have started, it's going to be transparent. If we are going to reject you, the evidence will be there. If we are going to include you, you will have the evidence that will convince us. So we issue out over 4,000 rejection forms across the country. So we'll be processing all of these, and we ensure that we get them. We get a fair process. The issue of the Constitution, I think you answered the question. The Constitution is always two-way. The Constitution says you do the constituency for the elections when there's need for you to do boundary delimitation. And we made a pronouncement for us to do boundary delimitation, given the circumstances. The current one was done in 2017, expired in February, so which made the lower limit of 5 years met. 2, there was a significant change in the population as a result of the midterm census. 3, we have submitted, based on the election observation recommendations, we have reduced the quota, population quota, from 25 to plus or minus 20. That has gone through Parliament. So whatever indication, we are bound to do boundary delimitation, because if we use even that alone, it's going to change the population per district. If we had used the population quota, the deviation range of 20%. So there was every reason for us to commence the boundary delimitation. We started the process. We had a committee set up. We have trained our staff. We have even done the allocation of seats using the locality and district population that was given to us. We had planned to start community engagement, stakeholders engagement, early part of August, and we had crisis of August 10. We could not do that. So the question for us at the time, do we proceed with the boundary delimitation, or do we proceed with the voter registration? We are far away in the voter registration on the 15th when the official census results was presented to President. So the question we asked, we had proposed to the President, as you rightly mentioned, do we do boundary delimitation to be able to meet the 6-month rule that says you cannot change the voter register 6 months to the elections? That is impracticable. We cannot achieve that. So the alternative is, can we defer the elections? I don't think any one of us here want to do that. So as a result of the compromise, we advise President that we have to do the proportional representation, which already exists in the Constitution for him to do. So that's the directive we have received. So it is not a question of violating the Constitution. We have acted within the Constitution. I agree with you, the timing And there is a need for voter education, community engagement on the process. That's where we want everybody to come on board. This is how we are going. We have to accept it. But then we need everybody to come on board, just like how we came on board for the voter registration, to be successful, for us to educate people so that we can do the proportional representation and have a successful, and I'll be happy, I'll be very happy for us to use this process. So at the end of the day, we will estimate that we'll have a compromising parliament where you have everybody represented in parliament. We will have a fair representation in parliament, in local council, across the board. It will also reduce, eventually, it will also reduce the acrimonies that we have witnessed over the period in by-elections, because the system allows us to do replacements where vacancies occur. So, madam, please come on board. Let's promote the Honorable Kabo.
Okay, sorry. We be done sit there one day and talk say the Electoral Commission get a plan, and the plan na for let it able for work with statistics alone. It no matter how people accept the statistics, the census or not, then they go on and work with them. Because the time where they even been announced the date for parliamentary elections or so, they tell we say they tell them they give them plan. They tell we plain say then they wait for C, or then they make provision, or then they left room in case they for use the census result. In other words, then we don't see all thing. I'm glad that he say the boundary delimitation at one point, and then for Duam, if they for Duam, they get for do certain things, then go late. ECSL know exactly what in the do. They know exactly what in the do. They know say this now within this time frame, they know for do certain things then. And then no say within 6 months, for change the voter register. So then they do everything in their power for make sure say then tight the calendar for say no, because of this, if we do this, we could do that. Now you see who side the land. If we want for change certain things then we get for you see that we change the date for the election or so. But you see, inside the all you get a lot of people wake up. Because then they listen. But like I say, APA, I make mention of APA, then they listen, then they hear it, but they not they understand. It's either they understand, but because of waiting, then they get at the end of the day, they know they focus well. Like for example, APA no go stand up against the government in anything. APA, because the deputy, now SLPP, they no go stand up against the government for anything. They always they support things them where the government they do, whether good or bad. So whether boundary delimitation and do or not, they don't care. Whether the proportional representation and do or not, they don't care, because as far as they're concerned, most of them will find themselves inside APA. Not even get 1% per the vote. Most. So how you expect them? Most of them, then just inside them political party contest, let they recognize them. So at the end of the day, they all the wait no more for waiting they call runoff election. And when they reach to runoff, they say I throw me support to this party. The one where they feel say get the potential for win. Now they all they come, I throw me support to this. They don't even get people where they command say I throw me support. They support and don't even listen them. But then will come for let them get recognition, I throw me support, because not only with that, if that particular party where they throw their support win, then we're able for recognize them. If they don't give them power position self, then we're able for the sit to them when months done. But most of them are dragman bro. And dragman them. So then just get for fun ways and means how then they make lay and meet too much. Now the only simple thing that they. So ECSL now after they don't tight the calendar, they don't able for put 1 to 2, they now come and advise the caretaker say, we don't say no to the advice. Now they sit down and talk. advice now say according to them, okay, I think if we want to do this constituency election, it's not go cool. What about if we do the district block? Outside we will say professional representation, and then the one for full everybody say everybody will get no, everybody not get representation in. Because you know they get almost percent, then you said you will get representation. It's not possible. Oh. You get for look at the number of seats within another side. Not all man they still go inside parliament. Of course, you can forget more, but not to all man. Because we find out, say, for example, in 1996, the Taweke for smart, Temu Bangura, you know, they all contest alongside the Tijan Kaba. We see how it happened. And one of the reasons when they use that district block, now because the one whole country not being there under the control of the government. You get some side where that be the rebel and did it. You get some side where even election not take place. So for later we able to forget say, okay, this particular member of parliament and we represent here all. They're able to put that system there in place. But as it is now, we're not doing anything like that. Why we go bone and fight the election and then you win and then come out. But this not all of what they happen. So now what happen? We go take the last part. Yeah, who say Honorable Abdul Kalbo incessantly stand up and talk about this PR system, especially for the member of parliament them where him being get concerned about. Now listen to them.
I am Honorable Abdul Kalbo. I would have loved the Chief Commissioner to be present because my question is premised on the statement he made. Of course, it is clear that the current constituencies took effect in 2017 December. And from 2017 December, because that was when Parliament was dissolved, from 2017 December till now, the Constitution makes provision for the current constituencies to be valid for up to 7 years. For up to 7 years, the Constitution makes that provision. And if the Commissioner is saying the current constituencies are no longer relevant or they have been dissolved, I stand to ask myself the question, which constituency am I representing currently in the current parliament? Because I am representing constituency 077, it shows that my constituency is valid, it is recognized until after 7 years. And quite apart from that, if you look at the amendment they are relying on, that is 37A, 38A, 3 is very clear that it is only political parties that would send in aspirants for members of parliament. Meaning, if you do not belong to a political party, your names will not be sent to ECSL. So if independent candidates are to be considered, it means we need another constitutional amendment of 38A. It means we need another constitutional amendment of 38A. And I was seeing a lot of people were applauding the commissioner when he made mention of the fact that the PR system is a good system. You know, I don't want to open a debate of the deficiencies of the PR system, but I just want to assure you that Sierra Leone has used the PR system on 2 different occasions, and we decided to abandon it because of the deficiency. For example, I was in Poloko. In Poloko, we had 8 seats in 2002, we had 8 seats. And members of parliament were not selected or elected as per constituency. The party sent list. Regardless of where these members of parliament are selected from, it's the party's discretion. So we had a situation after the winning of the election, we had a situation where 4 members of parliament were coming from Poloko Central alone. 4 members of parliament, 2 from different political parties. And we in Kafubulon, Loko Masama, and the other environment were without any member of parliament. The member of parliament was leaving Poloko to come and check us in Kafubulon after 1 year, after 2 years, after 3 years. And let me tell you also, for those of you who don't know, when names are submitted, for example, in Poloko, we currently have 10 constituencies. If we send 10 names to ECSL, yeah,
And people go to my constituency and say, Honorable Abukabo, we don't want you. We don't want you, and we are not going to vote for you in our area because we don't want you, and the party has chosen you. And people say, well, Ahmed Cisse, the party has chosen you, but we want you. We want you. And everybody voted because of the fact that Ahmed Cisse, I am coming. When you have the opportunity, you can ask your own question. And everybody says, Ahmed Cisse, we are voting for you because you are a true son of the soil, and we love you. When they vote for Ahmed Cisse, and they didn't vote for me, because my name was submitted first on the list, all the vote of Ahmed Cisse is transferred to me. I am the first to go into parliament. That is the system we are now calling for. That is the system we are calling. I just hold my.
Thank you, Honorable. But let me state this: that first, the Electoral Commission by law is an independent commission. The law makes provision for that, and we try as best as possible to act independently. So the decision to review the boundaries was a decision by the Electoral Commission in accordance with the law, because the law states that you can review boundaries in a period not less than 5 years and not more than 7 years. So the boundaries were enacted in February 2017. They reached the threshold of the 5 years, and it is the commission that decided that these boundaries will be reviewed.
So by now, you don't understand exactly what we do up to when it comes to the registration, who's how we did, when it comes to the PR system, the district block, who's how we did, and all of that. By with the try for C, we see I get an audio. I can always tell you, say certain time in the if I follow you listen to certain people. Where it will find follow we listen to, it might not be today, it not be today. Follow we listen and see how best we can better understand this particular system where ECSL they come up with. They get two sides of them. And because of the government honestly, they try to see how best they can able to get more people on their own side. That is why you see they as well force themselves in with the census. Because not only the census, you know, I listened the other day where one young man, they analyze this census, analyze the district block, and analyze the chances them, yeah, with the ruling government and the opposition. People say, now your opinion. True. But I feel, say, in your opinion as well, the government not go spend time by anything where they not go benefit from. But, one thing where I know again, not only if people them inside Kenima, inside Bo, inside Bonf, Moyamba, Pujeon, Koina, Aikola, Kailaun, Kono, and other parts of the country. Not only where they really get tired with the system where they right now will make other political parties like the opposition get hedge. Because right now, as we see, the opposition decide whether they pay attention more past any side in terms of active things then. Now the north and the south and the west. Whereas the ruling government, the ruling party, then they pay less attention na the own side and they pay more attention na the west and the north. Because they want more things then. They want to get more edge over the opposition. That is why just the way I tell una say I expect much from the opposition. Like they ask for Bonf, why Bonf result not inside it. I know they expect say now today they for ask why Bonf result not inside it. Rather, they for not inform the public. But we there and we support for get representation at any tally center, any Southside result we get for this election the kind side. Political party they suppose for get representations there. So if they not see something, or like when ECSL don't can tell about 20%, then for don't find out long ago why this 20%. But from the first phase, ECSL tell about 20%. Second phase back, we inside the same 20%. Able na Jebu the 20%. Waiting the open. opposition really need for tight them belt. We always talk say we not opposition, but we not party to opposition. When we say we go do work, we go oppose the government, we go talk about things the way the government do not correct. But the opposition, plenty, when you register as political party, they get a very big role. Although we all bigger than them, because we are the people and we decide of what's happen. But now we standing, we still get faith. Somebody tell me the other day on this same program say we not need for discourage people. Yes, we not discourage anybody, but waiting at the truth. We need for the Uriam as a day. Now, only when you know the truth, the danger. But because I like you, I go to see so something that can be in you. When they can damage you. I dey smile to you no more. Or I dey say, hey, but I like you. I like you. I like you. I dey see the thing so. But because I want to give you hope. I dey say no more, I like you. Then you think I hit you. It not done. So, if we see things that when are possible, ways them, where they will say, now then where they are, so this government they use for make them able for rig the election or for let them put themselves back inside the same position. We go pull them as a day. So you go hear him and una within the political party then for make sure say una do the right things then for let una go able forget things then done. But we not go by we say we not able forget things then done. Something then and they not to although like you say na maridos, that na maridos. That true way they well married, you know for talking na maridos. This not to maridos, this is a country they talk about. That true. Way for make you get sense with the talker. And now we not ever give confidence on. Sometimes if I safely give person confidence, then just encourage and say go. But this time you challenges them. Go. But this time you obstacle them. Go. When you turn this curve, you meet up this deep hole. You get for know what you do. If not to that, you go inside the hole. And when you go inside the hole, we need to see you again. Let him know say this race where they go panzo. Now this kind plans today. But I'm not going to say I like you, especially when I deep cover na mutuka, you dey in speed like 200 mile per hour. Then you go with speed and still see the hole. Then I say go. No, because I like you while you can force. No, I go tell you say at this point you go meet up all day. You get for know how for maneuver for past the hole. At this other point you go meet up bump. Now all of that and the end up be the main reason that they will make this person analyze how it is. So take a massive be. Anyway, I will take few calls them last see if people want for few calls them just like 10 calls no more because Blue Monday today. Sorry. 10 calls no more because Blue Monday today. Let me see how best we can able for how do we voice inside the program. 10 calls no more and tell me what you think about all of what you don't hear, especially with the issue of this district block. If you say the opposition still gets chance, you think say they will really able for put things them in place by the end of this whole system. This is a program we had on YouTube and on Facebook, okay? And before we go to the one day, let's just come back to we family members them. We get a few people that we don't come inside back. We don't actually become member of this particular platform. Now we talk about 57201. Thank you very much and welcome to the latest 5022. The latest family member that we had. Thank you very much. This now we had on YouTube and on Facebook, okay? So tell me what you think about the district block. You think say chance day for the opposition, more especially where the government they put all in power, all in strength. But this we see the opposition don't begin cry. But then say that they go and strategize. We don't know what thing they will come up with or what thing they will bring, we go be the hope for we the people. Because now what thing they do now for we the people, not for just themselves. So let me know what you think. Yeah, I get few more minutes. I don't even pass down the whether I get 10 calls or not. I get 7 more minutes for go. 7 more minutes. So we will use that day for see waiting people want for say with regards down. The Lord will take the first call we can inside. Welcome to the show, please.
We are?
Yes, please. You did live on We Are.
Okay, good evening.
How are you, sir?
Fine. They call for Washington.
Go ahead, please. You get 1 minute.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
Electoral Commission. This excuse the Electoral Commission in the key, not to any serious excuse. They get all the time. Remember, the president be make boast say, choose election date 1 year. We know that government never do, and government we don't choose elect. So they get all the time. So if you can now talk, say, because of this, because of that, they are called PR system. PR system where they present at parliament, then debate them, then parliament throw them away, about good evil advice everybody. So as in of himself, say, he advise the president, say, the president goods PR system, then it is against the constitution, you know. When they read the constitution, not just read one side, you therefore read other side back. And number two, he not a lawyer. He not a lawyer. Now lawyer, now interpret constitution, not to him.
All right. But I think say he get legal team. Now ECSL get legal team where they consult.
They call for can conduct election. So may conduct election. You don't need for can change. You don't use that system where the presence is what they use. You don't use them for almost 4 to 5 elections. And that same system, make them win the kind of power.
All right.
The other thing, the last thing I want for say, many people not relent. Many people still get hope. You know, now people are in the votes. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
So go and go vote for who that you say go able for all the country for you.
Thank you very much. All right, the program that we are on YouTube and on Facebook. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, please. Your name and where you call from. Ahmed.
Yeah, hello. Hello?
Yes, please, you're live.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ibola. I just follow the program, you know. How Ibola do?
Yeah, okay, they do fine.
I say do okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Ibola, you know, them guy, all of the strategy when they do, you know, tell well, people they frown against this system. In fact, this electoral commission, therefore demonstrate against them. Maybe we not get trusting again into the election because, like, we don't see, you know, it's time for do something we in favor of the president or this government. You know, the guy is not honest. They never challenge him into the court of law, make them get rid of her before the election. Then when they know some, this is not trustworthy.
Ahmed, the thing where you call for, so me boss first time they always tell me say be careful of what you ask for. If they want for going to court right now, you know say they go change the dates for the election.
Yeah, but this is the thing is this even the people that for even rise against this one because the people they put on, you know the thing is the parliamentarians or this all top ranking or the ruling party, they don't go even make a decision without the people them. This is talking about the people, this is democracy, my brother. So you know all of them changes are what them guys bring come. They just want to find a way. The government, this electoral commissioner, you know, what do they worry in this country? Why people like Mohammed Kony them put in a very sensitive position? Why you not go be neutral? Why you not go work for the people? This ain't the worry.
I have tried to wait to see the neutrality from that office. Thank you very much, Ahmed.
Now that's the problem, brother. If all of the people where they put people in force, when they put the country in force, whoever remain forgets their time of stuff there.
And we did around the force. Thank you very much, Ahmed. You don't eat your time. Thank you. Thank you, sir. All right, Ahmed. You don't eat your time. Thank you very much. I wish you get better time for long.
Thank you. No problem, brother. Thank you very much.
We go on another line. Waiting. Take another call. Welcome to the show, please. Your name and where you call from.
All evening,
okay, you safe.
Thank God. But this ECSL, I also when they talk like saying that you want to land book that there's a whole thing. Hey, me brother salon. All the thing they do so, then they do it for let people and discourage. For let the opposition do something where the Koti Fatima be on talks on social media say. The confusion not starting at the opposition. Because from the start, we all be the blame of the opposition, but from the start, all waiting this government they do, the border. They not consult anybody now, waiting on what they feel for doing anything they do. Who said that the constitution give rights or power to the ECSL commissioner for go announce PR system? It didn't the constitution for get that got the power for let do that. And then the problem what they want in that country, my brother, where you go start, they get for facing, by God, we pray to God for any bad happen now. But they ask God if you get for happen, facing, then they have to commit. When they commit the thing, when they kill people, when they
for let happen. If they come, inshallah, by God, you're by the face in there.
All right. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you. Let God guide and protect you now.
God protect we all. Guide and protect we all. We'll go on the line again and take another call. Welcome to the show, brother.
Hello.
Yes, brother.
Yeah. This now call from London.
Go ahead, please, and make a point.
Now Tanzania born today. We today from the 7th to the don't close. Today the children not reaching a tongue yet.
They, you know, say the road. It's the transport time book down.
Hey, Papa God, waiting they do. But this thing a fraud. This guy he don't prove to we say now he dey try for court and join for do waiting they want now for win this election. Like how you say no more. Where that guy making he take then these are people and they say now wait he feed now suggest but now exactly that they be. This Conem guy he get guy he don't deprive people for vote now he dey try for take bond for make Papa God wait. Like how you say now, then people in the south is not going for April this government. If not to that, this corner guy, Mother be open purposely for let's stay in power back. But God go fight for it. And that's not what we get first.
Thank you very much. We'll go to another call and take this one. Welcome to the show, please. Your name and where the call from?
Where the call from
All right, brother. Go ahead, please.
You see this election, you just get for everybody's phone call normal. We'll make it tight, but at the end of the day, we can go inside. So this election, okay, fever. This mortal mania, because I need to call him name again. This mortal man, anyhow it turn this election. It just they put people in mind, but no more. When you don't feel, you they see a para. They see and may say they don't fail, they make any carry. But I tell you, at the end of the day, the moment corner they get for call back this election back, say this mortal man he don't lost. So because I ain't calling him again. You understand it? Mm-hmm. So the people at no point know nothing. The moment corner they make so they get for call back. We see Salon get democracy yesterday one this on a program. You should say democracy. They you know, you should say freedom. They were sweet. One more time, I know work where he talk he resign. But enough people like this so which mortal mania. Look this program where you wanna be the make today where they say a woman go tax people like 50 million for which self. At least on this program today what can house.
Right. Thank you very much.
Which now we don't know now for saying which man them they need to sleep again. Now daytime we see them.
And now we say something we call it which man they can. Thank you very much, my brother. God bless you.
And tell go thank you, Mother Bio. And they God I don't call him name.
Until you don't call him name, you cannot think that put. Thank you.
I don't want calling him.
All right, because of that, thank you very much. I'm calling you name balance.
I tell we. They tell we. Now we don't see him.
All right. Thank you very much, brother.
The last one.
Thank you. God bless you. All right. The program now we are on YouTube and on Facebook. We get 205 members. Them, you know, sister, I mean, almost member there now. They watch we no become member yet. Almost people they don't come inside now. We not become member yet. I take 5 more calls. 5 more calls. If you are available, sorry, 3. Because I don't pass the time. So 3 more calls. 3 for wrap up the program. Sister admin, almost people in, please. Let me see. We have 5 new family members there now. Yeah, where they not subscribe it. We get 5 family members who not subscribe it. So please, you will don't touch her, not touch her again. Yeah. So you will don't go make it go forward, go back here. And then I think say this one for transform to 57210. Welcome to the show.
My brother.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank you. Let God bless.
May God bless you.
I want to thank you. Sister admin now, Bible and now, everybody behind the scene, before the scene, I want to thank you for helping at this nation. Yeah. If not on a type, I don't know how that country they for we done day. I mean, when we mean well for the country because we get some forum then I party then
car, they open. And until we left that party business and that country, if me na that kind of person where they na people in mind, where they manipulate, people in mind, like this green and red, they're not operate together in that country. Because they all are disappointed. 61 years we see later, Salon was first in everything, civilization, exposure to every other thing. The Nigeria, the Kenyan today, we done it before we saw. We were before them. Now we then can get civilization from. Salomon, we history first, no. We forget to culture, we forget we history. So that's the problem where they affect we. And until we go back to them thing and they. And my last topic, by the way, if you can remember, I started telling you guys, this guy in Goan, Uganda, and if people know Uganda history, now they exactly they implement. But we are not exposed to social media. Be short away people that don't begin to open hand up on social media, and this government can block with that.
Thank you.
Now, 16,000. Now, 1 gigabyte. Thank you, but we cannot to take them.
Right,
Thanks
thank
so
you.
much.
Yeah. We go on the line again and take another call. It don't take, we always don't effect, you know the kind side. Don't kind side, they welcome. Yes, sir.
This is not Mohammed Kurata. I still in our bonds. I register people there.
Welcome. So, almost not register.
No, honestly. I still in our bonds. I still register people and I make an okay. But I will come.
No
I'll
problem.
tell you, I get for come.
No problem.
Man, you know, the way I look at this thing, to be honest, I don't feel say this guy, you know, this guy get for lost this election. I'm honest, because Africa, I don't be from, you know, say me I still a land. So the honest, yeah, I don't feel say this guy go lost this thing because then they try by hook or crook and they will win. You know, I don't. I mean, the way I this, me not even know about PR system, and I don't begin to understand. But by hook or crook, these people will win. I promise you.
Okay.
That's all.
Thank you very much.
I mean, you're welcome, sir.
Yeah. All right, we go again. Sister Armin.
Hello, Sonopia.
Ma.
Hi, good evening. Hi, Facebook, hi, YouTube, how everyone they do. Happy weekend and happy blessed Saturday. I just got a question regarding this PR system, because the tell where this PR system become the population where they so right now a young population. So doing anything and I am born. Because most of the people right now within the country don't even understand what's they go on. They don't even know what's that the system. Even me, I get for system, I read, like I tell you yesterday, I follow Sylvia, I try to go into what Sylvia they talk about, but unfortunately I'm not able to find that page 133 where they talk about. So I go able to read and see how the people are manipulate and the what is it, so can put this PR system inside it. How they change the number from 57 to 56 where they can put the law inside it. So I listen to Sylvia. I take me time as one person for listening to Sylvia, but I never see that somebody come. It can't deceive me. It can't begin to talk, which of course myself not go do me research. I not go and not read. You know, Sierra Leoneans will get for exercise, we brains them. You know, we have to make use of the media. Right now, we get the media. We get an we come. Sit down. We all educate. And most of where they drive taxi, they would drive Okada, this, that. You guys are all educated people. When I get to the certifications, them right now, I'm gonna sit there. When I sit down, when I go and drive. When I step on a time. When I make 1 hour on a time every day. Now I go through the constitution. Now when I go through on a history in Sierra Leone. There's so much where they go on where the young folks they don't know. During the time when they say they count this PR system, yeah. So people don't know about this tier. So now they need to educate the people and let them know. And the question to you is there any way the people that would decline this tier? So because me like I mean I already smell the fat. So it's why I listened to Sylvia yesterday. And you know, I know say like what other callers say that they cut and drain right now. And that's exactly what's going on. Is there a way we can decline this? Is there a way the people that can rise up and say this will not matter? Because the town now create this constitution, yeah, so just like the lady in BBC what he said, the people were young. Everybody was young. Everybody the people them busy, they make babies.
Okay, so for making very easy, I think the only set of people we get the zeal or we go get the right for that. Now in parliament, but now parliament is same logo pass the committee. So once you don't jump them, I'm not sure say he just left now to the mercy of the caretaker. Or maybe the opposition get ways and means how they will do things for let that no work at all. But for say the people them, you don't ever hear something don't go to parliament. You know, when the government and your interest, they don't get away with them.
Well, I think this is the time that no. The answer is the no. But this is the time sometimes we have to put your foot down and said enough is enough. You guys
the only way how the people can say enough is enough now for stand up and protest against them. But we all see the results and we know it in then thereafter. Then they try to crash the crocodile for let the crocodile bleed and then they do it in the one for do. So we therefore be very careful of it to the ask.
We're gonna let them back come to power because me I look forward to Sylvia in audio again because I need to educate myself when it comes to Sierra Leone because I know that within me and God I'm gonna be one of the future people that are Sierra Leone because this don't motivate me but like I go inside the system of Sierra Leone like I know exactly what they cook inside it. What's happening? Why you got to be like this? Why all the time on the judge for the people and the people that are not mind for them and judge for themselves? Sierra Leoneans will have to wake up.
So we get only 1 grand day for wake up and stand up against the government on the day for the election. Marabi we recognize that. Anyway, let's take you up.
Senator, we all know say he's going to win because look at what they're doing now. Let me underestimate this year, just like when you said, you're not going to tell me say you're going 200 miles per hour, and then I tell you say, oh, you're not going to go 200 miles per hour. You let me crash. We all see the picture. It's going to happen. Let nobody else sit down and let raise your hopes them. And I like exactly what you said earlier. You know, if this is the marrow of the bone, split it and show it to me. Let me know whether I want to suck it. I don't want to suck it. You did exactly the right thing. You know, there's nothing to sugarcoat about this system, yeah, so about this government, yeah. So everything they're doing is bullshit. It's rotten. The system is rotten. The people in there, they went there to enrich themselves. They all right now they feel the rich and they don't care about the people. Sierra Leoneans, me are the beg the people that from the north and the south and the east and the west. Are the beg una for brother and Nabi. Do we allow take this man out? With or without the EPL system, this man must go. He must get out. He's not good for us.
All right.
You know you can't put them with him. Don't talk to them.
Where you don't no go, where you don't. Okay. So no go. Quick something, we need to get an update. It just happened for CD amongst the number 3. An update on this guy we take up, we been in a bonds, we didn't now na tongue the take treatment. Update we why they take treatment and all. Just tell me waiting at the present status.
Yes, so we brother is supposed to get a bladder surgery. So when he go for the consultation evaluation, they find out say he get an open wound up now in private parts where it was outside the connection there where the urine for pass. So that side is being disconnected. So they use a catheter right now when I did the urine they pass. So the doctor where he go to ferment them go do the evaluation and consultation and find out say there's a wound there. So the doctor say, you know what? We're not gonna do the surgery until that wound they don't heal. So right now, looking at things, we got to brother right now where I don't know if I should call his name, but I'm not gonna call his name for security reason. He's here in this platform where they take care of a brother and a nurse. Every couple of days they go dress the wound, and they change the catheter. Let God bless you, my brother. Let God bless you, the kingdom. Let God bless you, generation. Because what you do for that brother? And I asked her today, I said, do we pay for this? Is this free? He said, yes, free of charge. This is under my courtesy. I said, okay, cool, you know. But we really appreciate what you do.
Okay, hold on. So basically, what this we border they do. Because of this we on border where we for do we for make them do operation part, it gets wound and they not go do operation on top wound. So the doctor will say let it can 3 weeks after let it see our best. So if we return them back na bonds, it will be too much. So we allow for a day na tongue and then we get one we own person where basically with the fan them every 2-3 days for make sure say it dress them up. And as it is now, in wound don't really heal up. So we hope.
God. Beautiful.
Yes.
That they do a very good job. It's almost healed completely. So we are looking at about maybe like a week or a week and a half. Hopefully that area they could be closed, it could be settled, so that way they will go ahead and do the surgery
because
for brother.
waiting basically the place being even when we get wound, if it been still the tell like that, it go rot in, and then it will create another big problem for her. But now with family member not able to make the it don't stabilize them. Now it don't heal up, it don't get some few percentage for it completely heal. And with the hope say by the time it go back for a second consultation, you know, it go totally don't heal up, and the doctor self go able to be convinced for able to do that operation day. Yeah. So far so good. It didn't tongue, and the woman will be linked with them. They try your own best. We self support small bit in terms of feeding, because not we give them accommodation, but we want for let it stay until that 3 weeks they done. We don't be planning saying that's what it go day, but that's why it don't happen. And after these 3 weeks, we they look forward for the operation. And once he go do the consultation again, we come back to una for can tell una say now this amount of money now we need. So first of all, we want to tell thank you to the one way they take care of them. We really don't give all in time. Thank you to the one way host them now in place. Thank you to the one way link we. Thank you to the family members. And thank you to the one that we don't give money for make this young man go actually come up from bond for camp. Actually, we been say we do am on we own, but the people, family members, they say no, you can't. Let me do am for now. And indeed, they do am, then paying we come inside, and now we look forward for see how best we can do that operation. So it could begin use a man bag for do normal things as if they do am. Any more updates?
Exactly. I just want to thank few people that will send money. Miss Florence sent money with $100 where it go to the organization fund. And also Miss Gloria, I'm pretty sure she's here now. It's sent money about $20 we're going to the Cash App account. So yes, the money they come, and somebody else also sent money in a Freetown. I don't know if that was a local name. We're about 460 something thousand.
Amana too.
Yeah, the old Leones, 460 something if I can remember. So we just want to thank all them people there.
And basically, this is not the one that we just don't give, not to the one that we been begin give.
Where we don't give now. So Monday, by the grace of God, I'm gonna work. I go print the list again, so we'll go over the names them for people who don't contribute towards this brother Yaso. But yeah, funds that they can inside, but we still need more. So that way we go able to get a very, very successful surgery. We're able to get something for giving brother way in return and take care of itself. So we just appeal to the family members for make them continue, for give the support, their love, their care, where they always done they give to this family house here. So we thank each and every one of you guys for everything we mean. You know, just like I said the last time, we'll never take you guys for granted. You guys have been amazing to us, and we pray that we continue to be just like this. Let God bless me and God bless this family.
So we been basically they say we wait for your from the doctor. But based on what we don't see, the kind of improvements we don't see in terms of the soul we get, when I know the only thing we all up, we're not sure say we need for wait. We need for begin ask now. Initially we be ask for 25 million leons. Yeah. When are like 250,000 the new leons. But I think we're not too sure when they go down do the second consultation, how much they go actually tell we. But this now waiting them may tell we. But notwithstanding, we don't need for wait last minute. Please, if you feel say you want for contributes, please you can do them through Western Union. If you want for send them to Sister Min, or MoneyGram, Ria. If you want for send them direct to Sierra Leone, you can send them to Fatmata Bangura, and then what you do next, you go send for we the details. Now this number we you call. You go send for we the details now this number on WhatsApp. Send the details of the transfer we you do, so we will get record of them. Or you can do Cash App or Zelle. Sister, the number for Cash App or Zelle.
Yeah, so the number for Cash App is Zelle now 301-795. 5665. You can Zelle me, you can Cash App me, you can send that through Western Union. The number again at 301-795-5665.
That now for the Zelle and Cash App, direct to the US, to the state. But if you want to do any transaction like Ria, MoneyGram, whatever, to Sierra Leone, you can send them to the name Fatima Tabangura, and then this number where then at the screen, so you can send a WhatsApp with their information, and this one will get record of them, and we can able for Makele we get the I call them the money, and then we will come back to you. And please, you where they do Cash App, you where they do Zelle, please indicate and they say, feel free for call me name or please not call me name, because we can find them very challenging for beginning. Oh, this person I don't send this to, we don't know if for calling him or not. Some people not like what they calling him. So please, when you send Cash App and Zelle, please indicate and they say, please not call me name or feel free for call me name. Like I'm not to send money. You don't send money long time ago. Now only today I see this. Yesterday I see where I go through the WhatsApp messages them. Now see a message. Then I begin for reply. We don't take the money. So it can be said something that you send money. We not see at that moment today, especially if you send them to this number, because they calls them. The messages they already come. So please, some people can say, they call you, you know they pick. With the message you need reply, please understand. Thousands of calls. Thousands. Let's just show you something quick. Let's show you something. Sister.
Yeah, and they can also call me number or send them a message and send them to me and I will pass them through, you know. So
okay, so let's just show now something quick, yeah. You know, you see nobody in waiting, but let's show now something. Watch you as a script. Watch, look at this thing, all of this thing. This all are calls now, waiting and waiting. All of this thing they come up every day. See no more now waiting boku every day. They're too much. Me na motor man, I know they able for handle all of them things there. And 10 now I'm not able for reach down. 10 hours at the talk so I'm not able for reach to the last part. I'm not able for reach them. The calls them, the messages them. I'm not go able. I try really for see. 10 now the number is scroll. 10 now. So please una understand and bear with we. See no more now. 10 now. The number they go up. 10 now. So please una understand and bear with we. Say not to all time when you call we going to forget you direct, yeah. So sister, what will be the final thing with regards to this brother?
The final thing with this brother will just continue for appeal and ask the family members them for make them put on under this brother, yeah, so he will get a surgery done and get in life back together. So please, whatever little one I get, $20, $10, it don't matter. You know that it matter, not your heart, not it matter. So please don't be ashamed and say, oh, it's too little, I cannot give this. You know, it's embarrassing. No, it's not embarrassing because it accumulates at the end of the day. So please, I encourage everybody to make them come and patronize with us, so we go able to give this brother, yeah, so a better life back, and you know, we go able to function again. So I thank you guys.
Put your number up quick now the both platform. Let people and get them. Then they ask. You don't call them. Call them one more time before you go and put on the please.
Yes, 301-795-5665. 301-795-5665.
Country code +1.
+1, yes.
Alright, so please put them up and thank you very much for your time.
Alright, no problem. Thank you. Have a good night.
I want to tell thank you to all the way on the battle for whatever thing we come with to now. And as well I want to tell you plenty thank you, especially this with brother, where actually, you know, sometimes in the from where we tell and say, hey brother, now you're in charge of this case, this particular case. You know, interestingly, we not be no in profession as to what if you don't tell we, but we not too waiting. Now we don't know say now that thing there, and we don't make any wrong decision for say brother, this case that you case, handle this. And we see how best this with brother don't they do. You know, now it is showing say in professional background. It is used them for help people that we had. Can you imagine for the dress person continuously the dress and for 3 weeks? It get for cost some money. It not they take anything. He say they do them for we had. And so we appreciate everything, everybody in effort for this platform. Brother, I don't want you for reply to me as I talk. Because I'm not even one person for no. Other than you. But I know you listen. We did down for you. We love you so much. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. For letting you take somebody where you know Sabi one day. You decide for give you humanitarian self. That you humanity, where they can say humanity, that good part of yourself. You give them for help in life. God bless you, my brother. This thing way they do, God will bless you. Bless you generation. God bless you. We appreciate you so much. And when I always don't give money for let we help people them, especially the one that we seek. We bless you so much. God bless you now. We love you so much. We did down with you now. Let God continue for provide for you now. Let God continue for touching our heart, for able for see say somebody day we anyhow it be you pass them and you need for help who that you pass. Because in the society, in the life, not only when you get up so small, you give your hand so you ask somebody. And you were there down, avoid for the draw somebody. Dear, we big. We thank on all. The one the way first give money for in transport, the one the way they continuously give money, we appreciate now so much. But when they finally go see doctor, after we done 3 weeks, we go come back to now. The reason why we not been the go on and tell now for IB, now because we don't know almost, we don't want to come tell you say that 25 million, way not to 25 million, a less or a pass. So we look forward for see waiting will be. Because anytime we go do consultation, we get for pay. So after this consultation, we look forward for see how much the operation will cost. And we pray that way you go this operation, a well and able for get that in a man back how it been tried before. Because not also been there, a common article for them. So it don't let's just see something. It go nice for Labri and come to now. It go really nice for Labri and come to now. Let una see the person exactly where are they talk about. It go really nice. Let's just go through and see. Let's just go through them and see quick. It go nice for Labri and come to now. Good. Let's just play a nice. Let's just play for you. Let you see exactly what that we talk about and how far we don't go with them. Yeah. Let's just go and bring and come to now. Let us see so now we know what that we talk about. So let me just listen quick one. Yeah. Let's just watch this video quick one and see we brought what they talk about and the status where they right now where we be talk. Now this we brought what they talk about and also I don't do now with regards in health business. Okay, so this is not the border we talk about. So let's listen to his story again. Then we will come back and see how best we can able for pass more information. Let's go.
My name is Mohamed Kamara. I come on Puya. I don't can here. They say the money what they show me, the money is too high for me. Which you happy with me? I've for done inside pan stick. Where I've for done, I'm blockade, you don't hold me. 9, I'm gonna come out, they fix catheter for me, they say I'm gonna spend the money. The money now is too high for me. And the big one now, for God, they wanna help me. I beg. They wanna help me for this sickness where they pay me. Una they sorry for people then. I beg now. I'll accept if in a small set we wanna give me.
Okay, so if somebody want for contact you, the phone number way for contact you 9074.
Interestingly, this phone number now they work right now. So the woman be advised me for let me take control of this particular issue. So we could want for you just focus on the information where we get to now if you want for actually help, because the woman say in number way they been give not able for work through Orange Money right now. So let me go on the fundraising thing for them. So now that make the mute that number side there for you able for get the number where sister admin just don't get. But now we standing, let me listen to them.
This number where I last call na Orange Money number. So
any help we person get, you go send at the last number we call 078.
So the number where he call not the work right now I repeat. So please, if you want to do anything, contact sister admin or the WhatsApp number where we give, and then you can do real money.
So the money again, how much they say for paying at the hospital?
They say 25 million.
25 million. Now they say for pay for do the operation.
Yeah.
Na cannot?
Na cannot. On a private hospital.
Okay.
Now they then transfer me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you come back McKinney back, we never get a solution. When I go Kono
back, they say they're not going to pass Kono.
Okay. All right. Well, I think so we don't get the message, and the message is for this big brother, Mr. Mohamed Kamara from Pujao. They ask for help from Soriat people, Soriat organization, the government, so that we're able make a small help for help him out for do this operation. Enable work for himself. Yesterday, when them come up, they say drink water. The water still unable for wet for himself. Difficult.
Okay, so the program now we have on YouTube and on Facebook. This is not the situation, and this now we brought our way. We actually want for help. That side where you see, so they won't be no really the fearful day, and then we brother don't take them up, and they make sure say the wound don't heal up, and with the hope for say when it actually go now to the doctor will able for give them waiting is supposed for get when at the treatment. Well, one for telling plenty. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you very much. We want 2 more people in for let me go 210-57210, and we still get them people in the way they retweet. So please hit for the like button. Alright, you left 1 person. Hit for the subscribe button. We want for go 100,000 by December. 100,000. So please, you give me number 10. You the watch right now, 5 of now the watch we, but I'll give you 10 and the rest will come later. Let me go. 57210. One more person. 57210 now one. To get 57209. Left 1 more person with the subscribers. Please hit for the subscribe button if you not do so yet. Not for you already subscribe, for you not subscribe yet. So hit up for me, please. Let me go. After 5. Thank you very much. God bless you. Well, until we meet again, it's another beautiful edition of the program. My name is Nasimbe Pierre. On behalf of the team, on behalf of all of the family members, one for say, God bless we all. God bless we call Sierra Leone. We call we are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Blow mind they come to you today. 3 p.m. salon time. Now for blow your mind, yeah. The truth you get for saying. And no matter what, the truth you get for say. Try save the future, the truth you get for say. And no matter what, the truth you get for say. Can't blow your mind. Anyway, I want for sing, but my voice not they give me the guide for sing. Until we meet again, God bless you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Salam alaikum, rahmatullah.